Ladies, let me tell you something real quick. You have no idea what men actually notice about you. You walk around thinking it's about the lashes, the outfit, the shape of your body. And sure, some men might catch that, but let me break this down for you. The things that really stick with a man, they're often the things you don't even realize you're doing. You ever laugh so hard you snort a little? Yeah, that moment right there, some man is out there telling his boys, man, she's different. The way you talk to strangers with kindness, the way you roll your eyes when you're pretending to be mad, the way you fix your hair when you think no one's watching. We see all of that. You got this kind of strength that ain't loud, but it's powerful. You walk into a room like you know you belong there and you don't have to say a word. Men catch that. That quiet confidence, it echoes. And let's talk about that smile. That real one, the one that shows up when you're not posing for pictures. That's the one that gets remembered. That's the one that follows us home. See, men don't always talk about it. We're not always going to say, hey, I noticed the way you helped that kid tie his shoe in the grocery store. But trust me, we saw it and it moved us. You know, a lot of women walk around thinking men only notice the obvious stuff, the makeup, the outfit, the curves, the way your hair is laid just right. And sure, that might catch a man's eye for a second. But if you really want to know what keeps his attention, what gets into his head and stays there, it ain't always the stuff you spend hours getting ready for. It's the things you don't even realize you're doing. See, you might be stressing over whether your lipstick is the right shade of red, but he's stuck thinking about the way you tilt your head when you're listening. You might be worried about the way your jeans fit, but he's remembering how your eyes lit up when you talked about your dreams. You're focused on perfecting your walk in heels. Meanwhile, he's watching how you carry yourself when you're just in sneakers, relaxed, not performing for anyone. Sometimes it's the way you talk to your friend when you think nobody's listening, or the way you fidget with your bracelet when you're nervous. Maybe it's the way you look down and smile when you're embarrassed, or how you raise your eyebrow when someone says something wild. Those little things. Those are the things that hit different. They're not loud, but they're unforgettable. It's in the way your voice changes when you're being real, when you're not trying to impress anybody. It's how you listen, really listen when someone talks. It's how you treat people when there's nothing in it for you. The stuff that doesn't show up in selfies or on your feed, that's what men remember. That's what makes a man pause and think, there's something about her. You could be in a hoodie, hair tied back, no makeup, laughing at something silly, and a man will sit there thinking that's the most beautiful moment he's seen all week. Why? Because it's you, unfiltered, unforced, just being. So while you're busy stressing about the parts of yourself you think you need to fix, there's a man out there completely mesmerized by the parts you don't even notice. The details you overlook are often the ones that speak the loudest. And that's the truth. You ever walk into a room and not say a word, but somehow all eyes turn to you? That's not luck. That's not the dress. That's not even the heels. That's your confidence doing the talking before you open your mouth. And the truth is, men notice that before anything else. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to scream it, you wear it. It's in your posture, it's in your energy, it's in how you carry yourself like you belong, no questions asked. Confidence ain't about being loud or flashy. It's not about being the center of attention or trying to compete with anybody. It's quiet, it's steady, it's powerful. A confident woman can be standing in the corner of the room, sipping her drink, not saying a word, and still be the most unforgettable presence there. You know why? Because confidence is felt, it's sensed, and a man who's really paying attention will notice it right away. It's in how you say no without explaining yourself. It's in the way you smile when you're alone, not needing anyone else to validate you. It's how you speak your truth without trying to sugarcoat it, how you make decisions without second guessing if people will approve. That's self assurance. That's gold. That's what makes a man sit up straight and take notice not just of what you look like, but of who you are. And you don't even have to be done up to have it. A confident woman can rock a messy bun and sweatpants and still walk like she knows exactly who she is and what she brings to the table. Because when you know your worth, it shows. It shows in your boundaries. It shows in how you don't chase or beg. It shows in how you don't shrink yourself just to make others feel comfortable. The wild thing is, sometimes you're not even aware of how strong your presence is. But trust me, someone is watching you walk in with your head high, shoulders back, eyes forward, and thinking, she knows herself. She ain't looking for attention. She's just being her. And that's unforgettable. That kind of woman stays in a man's mind, not because of what she wore, but because of the energy she carried into the room. So don't underestimate your confidence. Don't think it goes unnoticed. Before you even speak, before you even smile, you have already been felt. And when a woman walks in like she knows exactly who she is, the right kind of man can't help but notice. There's something about a woman's smile that cuts through everything. It doesn't matter what she's wearing, how much makeup she has on, or whether she's dressed up or dressed down. A genuine smile. That's powerful. That's the kind of thing that makes a man stop mid thought, mid sentence, mid scroll, and just watch for a second. It's not the forced smile for the camera, not the polite one you give when you're uncomfortable. I'm talking about that real smile, the one that creeps up when you're laughing at something stupid, when you're lost in a moment, when you forget anyone's watching. There's something about a woman's smile that cuts through everything. It doesn't matter what she's wearing, how much makeup she has on, or whether she's dressed up or dressed down. A genuine smile. That's powerful. That's the kind of thing that makes a man stop mid thought, mid sentence, mid scroll, and just watch for a second. It's not the forced smile for the camera, not the polite one you give when you're uncomfortable. I'm talking about that real smile, the one that creeps up when you're laughing at something stupid, when you're lost in a moment, when you forget anyone's watching. That smile, that's your secret weapon. It disarms, it invites, it makes you unforgettable without even trying. You could be sitting across from a man in silence, not saying a word, but the second you smile at him, really smile, he feels something. It's like he just got let into a little piece of your world. And the crazy thing is, you probably don't even realize you're doing it. That's the beauty of it. It's not calculated, it's not rehearsed, it's just you being present, being human, being real. Men notice that. We remember that. The curve of your lips, the sparkle in your eyes, the way your whole face changes for a split second, it sticks. And it don't matter how many filters are out there, how perfect somebody else's photos are, because nothing competes with the warmth and light of a smile that comes straight from the soul. It's more than just looks too. A smile says a lot without saying a word. It says you're approachable. It says you're comfortable in your skin. It says you don't need to be guarded all the time. And when a man sees that, it pulls him in, not in a lustful way, but in a genuine way. Like, I want to know more about her. I want to see that smile again. Even in the middle of chaos, your smile can calm a room. In a moment where everything feels heavy, your smile can shift the energy. That's a power you carry without needing a title, a platform, or permission. It softens walls, opens hearts, and tells the world, I'm still here, still shining, still me. And that is something men notice more than you think. So the next time you catch yourself smiling and brush it off like it's nothing, stop. Understand that in that little moment, you just made someone's day, maybe even changed it, because your smile ain't just cute, it's a force, a quiet kind of power, a beautiful kind of truth. And baby, that's something no one else can duplicate. Kindness is one of those things that doesn't make a lot of noise, but it leaves a mark that lasts longer than anything else. You might think a man is only noticing your looks, the way you dress, or how you move, but what really sticks with him, what really makes him pause and feel something, is your kindness. The way you treat people when you don't have to, the way you carry yourself when there's nothing to gain. That's what leaves fingerprints once he can't shake off, even days later. It's in the way you talk to people, not just those you're trying to impress, but everyone. The waiter, the cashier, the security guard. It's how you greet someone who's having a rough day, how you lean in when someone's speaking, how you remember little details about people they didn't think anyone noticed. That kind of care, that kind of heart, it's rare. And men see it even if they don't always say it out loud. Because here's the truth, in a world that moves fast and often feels cold, kindness stands out like sunlight in winter. A man might be drawn to the way you look, sure, but what keeps him thinking about you is the way you made someone smile without asking for anything in return. It's how you show up for your people, how you listen when someone's venting, how you speak life into folks when they doubt themselves. You're not just pretty, you're present. And that presence, that warmth, it lingers. It's not about being perfect or being sweet all the time. It's about having a heart that chooses empathy even when it's inconvenient. It's about those small gestures, a quick check in text, offering your seat, holding the door, or just giving someone your full attention when they need it. These aren't grand, flashy things, but they matter. And they tell a man more about your character than anything else. And what's wild is you might be doing these things without even realizing how deep they go. But trust me, that man you smiled at when no one else would, he remembers. The friend you encouraged when she was doubting herself. Somebody saw that. The way you spoke kindly about someone behind their back instead of gossiping. That kind of energy stays with people. Kindness is your fingerprint on the world. It's invisible, but unforgettable. And when a man sees that in you, not just in how you treat him, but how you treat everyone, he starts to understand you're not just beautiful, you're good, you're real. And in a time when everybody's performing, your kindness feels like truth. So don't downplay it. Don't think it goes unnoticed just because it's quiet. The world might not always clap for it, but the right man, he'll see it, he'll feel it, and he won't forget it. There's a kind of strength that doesn't need to make an announcement. It doesn't stomp into the room or raise its voice to be heard. It just is. It's present in the way you move, in the way you hold your head up, in the way you keep going when life tries to knock you off your feet. That's the kind of strength you carry. And the truth is, men notice that more than you think. You might not even realize it, but your strength speaks loud even when you say nothing at all. It's in your silence when you choose peace over drama. It's in the way you pick yourself back up after being let down again and again without needing the world to see the tears you cried in private. It's in the quiet resilience of a woman who keeps showing up, keeps loving, keeps believing, even when she's been given every reason not to. A man who's really paying attention sees that. He sees when you're exhausted but still show up for your family. He sees when you hold your tongue in moments you could have torn somebody down but chose grace instead. He sees how you carry pain behind that smile, how you manage responsibilities like you've got superpowers when in reality, you're just tired but determined. You don't have to throw your strength in anyone's face. You don't have to make speeches about how strong you are. The way you live your life, the way you keep loving when your heart's been bruised, the way you protect your peace that says more than words ever could, that's the kind of strength that inspires, that humbles, that makes a man respect you on a whole different level. And it's not just about the battles you fight, it's about the battles you choose not to. The times you let people go because you finally chose yourself. The moments you stood alone because it was better than standing next to someone who didn't value you. That takes guts. That takes fire. And that's the kind of strength that can't be taught, it's lived, it's earned. Sometimes your strength shows up in the smallest choices, setting boundaries, saying no, choosing to heal, choosing not to chase. That might not look loud from the outside, but it echoes. And the right man, he hears it. He sees it in your eyes, in your decisions, in the way you walk into a room like you don't owe anyone an explanation. That quiet power, that's what sets you apart. So don't ever think your strength goes unnoticed just because no one claps for it. The real ones, the men who know what a good woman is, they see it, they feel it, and they respect it deeply. Because a woman who can be soft and strong at the same time, a woman who can be gentle without being a pushover, who can hold it down when everything's falling apart, that's the kind of woman who leaves an impression that doesn't fade. Your strength doesn't need to shout. It never has. It's always been there, showing up when it matters most. And whether you know it or not, that strength speaks volumes without saying a single word. There's something about a woman who's unapologetically herself that just can't be duplicated. You can try to copy the style, the hair, the voice, the vibe, but authenticity, that can't be faked. It's in your spirit. It's in your essence. It's in the way you move through the world like you're not trying to be anyone but you. And believe me, men notice that. In a time where everybody's out here curating their lives, filtering their photos, and editing their personalities to fit whatever trend is popping this week, a woman who shows up raw, real, and honest is rare. And rare gets remembered. Your authenticity is that thing that makes you unforgettable without even trying. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to chase validation because you know who you are. And that kind of self acceptance is magnetic. It's in how you speak your mind without needing everyone to agree. It's in how you laugh loud at your own jokes, even if no one else is laughing. It's in how you cry when something moves you, not because you're weak, but because you feel things deeply and you're not afraid to show it. It's in how you admit when you don't have it all together, how you share your truth without sugarcoating it. That vulnerability, that realness, that's powerful. See, men may be drawn to the surface at first, but what keeps them, what really reaches them on a deeper level, is authenticity. A woman who's not performing, not adjusting her personality to fit in, not pretending to be less just to make someone else feel more comfortable. A woman who's comfortable in her skin, who's honest about her flaws, who doesn't pretend to be perfect, that woman is a breath of fresh air. And she stands out. It's not about being rebellious or loud or trying to prove anything. It's just about being true. When you walk into a room, you're not trying to match anyone else's energy, you bring your own. You don't need to be the loudest to be heard or the flashiest to be seen. Your realness speaks for itself. And trust me, there are men out here who are tired of the act, tired of the games, tired of the masks. They're looking for what's real. And when you show up as your full, unfiltered self, it's like they finally found something solid in a world full of smoke and mirrors. You don't need to compete with anyone. You don't need to compare yourself. What you bring to the table, nobody else can. Your stories, your struggles, your sense of humor, your perspective on life, all of it is one of a kind. And the moment you stop dimming that, the moment you start owning it without apology, you become the kind of woman that can't be overlooked. So when you catch yourself wondering if you're enough, if you should be more like this or less like that, don't. Because you, exactly as you are, in your realness, in your uniqueness, in your beautiful imperfections, that's the magic. That's the thing that nobody can replicate. And the right man, you won't just notice it. He'll respect it, he'll admire it, and most importantly, he'll protect it because he knows that kind of authenticity don't come around often. At the end of the day, it's not just about what you wear, how you look, or what the world tells you to be. What men truly notice, the kind of men who see with more than just their eyes, is you, the real you, the woman whose presence speaks before her words, the woman whose confidence walks into the room first, whose smile softens hearts, whose kindness leaves fingerprints, whose strength echoes in silence, and whose authenticity can't be copied no matter how hard the world tries. You are not just what's seen, you are what's felt. And trust me, that impact, it's louder, deeper, and longer lasting than any outfit, filter, or surface level charm. So stop underestimating your value. Stop shrinking your shine. The things you think go unnoticed, that's what makes you unforgettable. Because a woman like you isn't just seen, she's remembered.